guys, welcome back to my channel, and today is going to be day 4 of the Cramus series, and it's the spooky Christmas stories, and also today is going to be part 3 of the I'm a freshman in college. I just discovered that how effed up my roommate is and would like some advice, and it's from Reddit No Sleep, and the writer is ByfelsDisciple, and I will actually write that in the description below. So let's get started. I put my shoes back on in a robotic trance-like state. I didn't even bother to wipe the last of the boogers off my soles. I simply allowed them to crunch and squish between my toes with each step as I walked away slowly back to my godforsaken room. What were my options? I was not going to accept the notion that I might be crazy, and I wouldn't even entertain the thought that some sort of dormitory demon had been effing with me. No, my nightmare of a roommate was very, very real, and I would make sure that everyone knew it. I didn't care what kind of effed up game my roommate and RA were playing. I was going to force the issue, no matter how far these psychos decided to go. Time to film some crazies. I had precisely zero desire to spend any more quality time with Carlton. There are some blenders that you might just don't stick to your stuff into. This is very vulgar, so I plunged my hand into my pocket to retrieve my phone. The lining shaved my underwear just slightly. I got to thinking, and that's a bad sign. I quickly darted into a nearby bathroom, closed myself into a shower stall, and stripped out of my skivvies. I took a deep breath and lifted them up for inspection. I cried just a little. There were tiny pentagrams drawn all over the inside of my briefs. My stuff had been in constant contact with Carlton's handiwork. That's how I went down to 71 articles of clothing. Now underwear free, I marched out of Humphrey's Hall and walked around my dorm. I stopped at the first floor window of our bedroom. I doubt that Carlton was used to people watching from the other side. Squatting down below the glass, I pulled out my phone and scrolled over to the video function. The position was nestled tightly between thick bushes and the Humphreys wall, so I was confident that I would be out of view. That notion would return to me just moments later. I had been gyrating my hips and digging my fingers into the damp soil while I attempted to get comfortable in the tiny space below our shared window. I was fooling around with my phone camera, determined to get the settings perfect before I placed it in the ideal spot to record all of Carlton's effed up shenanigans. There are moments when we suddenly realize that we've been hearing, seeing, or tasting something very wrong, or smelling it. How had I failed to immediately recognize the jizz aroma? God knows it had been a daily experience for me ever since Xenia had said, "I don't think it's worth it to go on a second date." I tried not to gag as I looked down. I was sitting on a pile of used, crusty toilet paper. I hadn't seen it in the dark, and the soil I'd been pressing my fingers into was almost entirely dry, save for the one puddle my fingers had been absent-mindedly caressing. I furiously wiped my hand on my shirt as I finally comprehended Carlton's "I can watch people from my dorm room window with under 5% of them noticing" comment. But spreading it to my shirt just brought the smell closer to my nostrils, so I stopped. You know what? I freaking hate Carlton. My thoughts were interrupted by my roommate's voice coming through the window. "Why don't you come on in?" The shock dang near sent my stuff slipping right out of my skirt. Could he smell me through the wall? We have to talk. R.A. Matt's voice responded as the door snapped shut. That freaking bastard was coming to talk with Carlton immediately after calling me crazy. I started the camera and propped it delicately on the windowsill. "Would you please put on some pants?" Matt's voice was far more timid and subdued than his usual "have fun or pay the consequences" R.A. vibe. Carlton continued as though he hadn't heard Matt's request. "Adam is really getting on my nerves. He's intruded my personal space, then after finding things that shouldn't be flattering, he's gotten all weird about it, and he's stolen my fluid." An awkward pause lingered. I imagined that Matt was struggling to find the appropriate response to such a statement. "Look, Carlton, I realize that you have a very special interest in your roommate, but this isn't sustainable, and I don't understand why you want me to lie to him about you being imaginary." "It's just bizarre, Carlton." He sounded so exasperated that I almost felt sorry for him. Almost. I can't have him spreading unfounded complaints about me simply because I find him interesting. Biatches? Just like him would whine about my interest all the time at my last academy, and it ruined my high school experience. I've decided not to tolerate this unfair behavior any longer. Besides, he continued, dropping his voice menacingly, the only thing you really need to understand is that your role is complete obedience. He made a hissing sound with his nostril that culminated in the distinct thunk that results from a hefty booger shooting to freedom. Kind of like a loogie, I guess. I heard Matt leap out of the projectile's way and stumble to regain his balance, but he didn't utter a word of protest to Carlton, because he wouldn't want me telling Daddy about your little homosexualization 2 weeks ago now, would we? A heavy silence lingered. "Well?" Carlton asked naughtily. "No," Matt whispered. "You mean to say no because I'm Matt and I'm a queer little bee, don't you?" The silence continued. "Well?" Matt let out a meek sob. "No," he rasped, barely audible. My heart broke with his words. "Because I'm Matt and I'm a queer little bee." He sobbed once more. "Good," Carl retorted. It sounded like another finger was knuckle deep in his nose. "Because I need you knowing your place. Now I have to deal with Adam, who's hiding outside the window and recording everything we say." That's the end of part 3. I was wondering what was going on, but I can't deal with the boogers and man stuff. That's a little too much, but I was wondering how Carlton made, those note cards in the last episode, and how Adam made his own card without making Carlton a card. So I was like, no, he can't be schizophrenic, but that would be an interesting twist. But that's an even bigger twist of he's not even crazy. Carlton is real and behind a scandal with the RA. I'm not sure what that means. I'm sure it's something administrator. But so let me know what you guys think, and the other part will be out tomorrow. And then I hope after that, they've been updating every day, so I'm looking forward to. I don't want it to end, so I'm not looking forward to it to end, but you gotta end it somewhere. So I guess we'll see if tomorrow's story will be the ending or not. So, and if you guys want to leave comments down below for advice for him, just leave the comments down and I will give them to him. But so like, comment, and subscribe, and thanks for watching.